told Labour's annual conference that he's fighting to win the coming election.
Whenever and wherever there is antisocial behaviour, we will be there to fight it. Most mums and dads do a great job, but there are those who let their kids run riot. And I'm not prepared to accept it as simply part of life.
If Gordon Brown wanted an audience which truly identified with what he said today, perhaps he should have left Brighton and come here instead. £52 million has been spent in Blakenall in the last 10 years, on everything from new housing, back to work schemes, to youth projects like this skate park. People we spoke to today said some things had improved, but for many, there's one problem area which has got very much worse, and that's antisocial behaviour.
When I down at Matthew of an evening, I mean, he'll go locally to the library, which is local to him. But apart from that, he don't go to the game. It will turn Matthew's turn off by pressing the button at back, not to back it up. I've had kids do that to him and leave him in the lowers, so he can pay tickets with the cars. Well, there's nothing he can do about it, he's stuck.
While regeneration has brought huge investment to Blakenall, it's also had unwelcome consequences too. When a troubled nearby estate was knocked down, many of its families were moved here instead.
There is a view that, like, the New Deal is if you bring bad families into a good area, it'll uplift them, but it don't always work. It actually downgrades the area. If you got Gordon Brown, just for instance, living in East London Street, and then suddenly there's 6 empty houses in that street, and you put 6 roughneck families in there, you can't tell me it wouldn't change his life.
Away from the shops and on the streets of the estate, many people said they were just too frightened to talk on camera. But those who would all told the same story. Out-of-control kids whose parents can't or won't rein them in.
Tell me what it's like living around here.
Not there. Always people taking a piece on bits of Ozies, on eggs at Ozies. You can tell parents, and parents don't give fuck all, just laugh.
You can't say anything to them because you're frightened. If you see somebody doing something, you can't approach them. You can't, oh, we know where you live, we'll have your house, we'll do this, we'll do that. You just fight. And the parents, sometimes, they know exactly what the children, they just don't want to know, because when you put it down to it, really, it's the parents to blame for a lot of the things they're going on.
But if people like Mary concede that Gordon Brown is right to target troubled families, she's less convinced he'll actually be able to do it.
I don't think you're ever going to change what's happening. I think as time goes on, I think things are going to get worse. The social behaviour of the children is just going to go a bit worse. Nothing will change.
And as for the Prime Minister's pledge to place teenage mothers in sheltered housing and teach them how to parent, that may prove hard to enforce too.
I don't like it. I don't think it would work. At the end of the day, you have a baby, you have mother's instincts. So if you're going to a place and they're teaching you how to be a mum, are you going to rely on your own instincts when he's older and you're going to be out, you're open to fall back on somebody, but what if you can't? You've got to have your mother's instincts, so it's best to learn on your own.
But perhaps the bigger problem for Gordon Brown will be how he'll actually pay for all his new plans. The man who chairs the government's flagship New Deal programme in Blakenall is Tom Perrott.
In New Deal we've had £52 million over 10 years, and we're about 2,000 households, 6,000 people, and we've made a big difference. But that's a lot of money for a small area.
Mr. Brown's focus on antisocial behaviour was welcomed by many here today, but this question remains unanswered. How will his plans deal with the troubled families that in places like Blakenall, no amount of New Deal money has yet been able to fix?